The minority members in Parliament on Thursday boycotted parliamentary proceedings to accompany two of their colleagues, the minority leader Dr. Kesi Alatoforsen and the Member of Parliament for Assin North James Jachikwesin to the court during their trial. Now the House was left with a few of the majority MPs to conduct business.
They were elected to come and sit in Parliament. They were not elected to be accompanying people to court. Their constituents should take note that today they ask a lot of questions about their educational infrastructure, about their health infrastructure, and about tourism in their various constituencies. But they were not in Parliament to even ask those questions. The ministers were there, the answers were provided, but yet none of them were not in the chamber, in the excuse that they have accompanied somebody to court. I don't know what kind of democracy or parliamentary procedure is this, but we are watching them keenly, and the business of the day is done for now. So if we as legislators are making laws and we expect the judiciary to implement it, now we are now telling them that so now Kwesin is above every other Ghanaian, so they should actually call that all cases in court should be dropped, but not of a particular person. Thank you.
Because if something happens, we don't take. If we allow him to be not acquitted, but if there's no prosecution, then obviously you're setting a precedent that would linger on into the future. However, it doesn't also exonerate him, because another Attorney General can come in the future and pick it up and decide to prosecute him. So for me, I think the best thing for him is to go through the processes. If he's found not guilty, hooray, he'll come back and come and work with us. If he's found guilty, he pays for his crimes, and then we continue and move on.
The minority members on the Health Committee of Parliament addressed the media, raising concerns about the suspension of some duties of the Food and Drugs Authority, FDA, particularly with regards to its market surveillance and the general manufacturing processes inspection.
One, the market surveillance. And two is what they call GMP, the general manufacturing processes inspection. These are very, very key activities that helps the Food and Drugs Authority to perform its functions. Now, it will interest you to know that Food and Drugs Authority has stopped these activities, subjecting everybody in the public to a very high risk. In fact, the market surveillance is what allows the Food and Drugs Authority to authenticate the wholesomeness or otherwise of foods and other products in the system. The market surveillance. And so with the emergence or the outbreak of anthrax, everybody would have expected that the Food and Drugs Authority would have intensified its operations. But unfortunately, they have stopped this market surveillance. The GMP inspection also allows the Food and Drugs Authority to also set standards or to inspect standards for processes and manufacturing in the companies, whether or not they are following the right standard, both within the country and outside the country. So medicines or drugs and foods that are imported into this country, Food and Drugs Authority sends their personnel outside the country to inspect, to go on inspection, those companies, whether they are doing the right thing. But as I speak to you now, they have stopped these activities. And the only reason they are giving is that the Food and Drugs Authority is broke. They have no money. The minister responsible for finance is refusing to release money to the authority.
They were able to mobilize money for projects in Assin North with a view to winning that seat. They were able to distribute money to voters in order to vote for them. Why are they not able to get money for mere inspection, for mere market surveillance to be carried out by the institution of state that is mandated to do so? Most of the people in the business community, it's not everybody in the business community that does the right thing. Some have conscience and others don't have. So people can take advantage of this suspension. and do otherwise. You know, each and everyone enters business with a view to maximizing profit. So you see, if what will put a satellite on you, that you are not doing the right thing, is not available, people temporarily take advantage of it. It's possible.
The Works and Housing Committee of Parliament later took a tour to some affordable housing projects being embarked on by the Tama Development Corporation.
It was generally accepted at the UN Habitat Conference that anything that takes 30% of your income to service should be affordable. And also a model house that costs in the region of about 20,000, a two-bedroom unit that costs about 20,000 circa, is considered to be affordable. You know, in this case, we are starting from the barest, which was the equivalent of 8, which is about 90,000 cedis now, to about 300,000 cedis as we speak. The financing arrangement is in place. You know, former Ghana Home Loans, which now is First National Bank, so they specialize in mortgage financing. That's one partner. The second one is Republic Bank, which used to be Home Finance. So these are all metamorphosed into banks, but they still maintain their core specialist function of financing houses. If you're a public sector worker and you want to take one of these, there is in place a subsidized credit facility, I should put it that way. The market rate currently, with the inflation that we have, it should be 30% and above. But if you're a public sector worker, you want to take this, you can access a credit facility from any of these two institutions at 11.5%. And that is something that government has put in place to support workers to be able to buy this. So when you take it, in some cases, you don't even have to pay any deposit. And then you pay over 20, 25 years, your working life, yes. So this is what a lot of people don't know. But we've put a lot of information out there. We have flyers to that effect.
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayikwe Okain for Citi News.